Alright, so I'm right here at Lewis Butte Trailhead enjoying the views. You can see it's busy this morning. Not surprising for the day it is, but also because the balsam route is exceptional this year. So we will be heading up. If I zoom in, you might see all the people up on the trail up there coming up and down, bikes in on foot to enjoy the flowers. So we're going up, and you can either go up and straight back down, or there's a loop that goes around the backside and comes around this left shoulder here. If you don't want to do all the up, there's another trail that leaves here that goes down just a little bit, loops around the lake and the other side of this ridge, and then comes back to the parking area. But we are heading up and checking out the flowers. But first I'm going to soak in the mountain scenery. Pretty epic to have both together. Oh, and did I mention the birds calling? They call like crazy right here. Love the meadowlarks. I can see one right there in the bush. I'll zoom in. I don't know if it can pick it up right there, center of the screen. The lupin is just starting up, and it looks like our balsam root is pretty much at peak right here. Pan up and over here so you can see where we're heading. Wonderful slope everywhere of wildflowers, and not a bad spot for this house on the hill. And around the switchback.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
As you follow along the ridge, got the trail here, just flowers below the trail, above the trail, and then you come around the corner. Not a bad view, and not a bad day for a hike. There's a very good reason why Holly wants to do this hike every year when it comes to bloom time. You can see the hiker way up the hill there is where we'll be heading, switchbacking our way up slowly, but trying to take our time and enjoy. All right, so they are flowers. They look like seed heads to me, but all these brown or russet colored are limoshium, or what is it, desert parsley is known as. And this area has a lot of it all the way along the slope below the trail. And I can see, looking up ahead where we're going, a very dense patch just up ahead there. And still everything else along with it. All right, it's hazy with smoke from a controlled burn, but I thought I'd do a pan, and very bright with light. But there, straight ahead in the center of the screen, that mountain is actually, in front of it is Twisp River. So if you've been down Twisp River Road down the valley, that's actually south of the valley, southeast of the valley and road. Along with that would be back into the Cascades, the park at the end of the road. And looking this way, you're actually looking just over Methow Valley, looking south, the far side of Methow Valley there. And then that's looking up Highway 20. If you kept driving past those mountains, you'd go past Mazama and up towards the passes. All right, picking up from there, but swinging towards the north, we're looking up into the Cascades here. This would be looking over towards the Pacific Crest Trail direction, though it's further west, and that would be up into, there's an access point, Goat Pass, Goat Rock, something up in there into the central part of the Pasayten Wilderness. And then from there you start to look east, the eastern part of the Pasayten. And over beyond those, somewhere that way, is Horseshoe Basin, which is another good wildflower place. But spectacular day, spectacular flowers, spectacular views. Alright, this one lone tree is providing a great little spot in the shade for a picnic, so time to stop and break the food out, and you couldn't ask for a better view, looking out over the slopes of flowers and the mountains and the panorama we're looking at while we enjoy our lunch. And it hooks all the way back there, and that's your view from Winthrop if you were in Winthrop. Alright, as I begin the descent back down, I would recommend, if you want to enjoy the vistas up here as well as the flowers up and down, to make a hike early or late in the day. Would well be worth it for the lighting. But the flowers are always here, so are the mountains for that matter, but well worth the work getting up here. Still enjoying the meadowlarks singing here. Looping around the front with the flowers come back into view, but we're below them now. So if you want to walk through the flowers, better to go back down the way you went in rather than completing the loop, although there's the meadowlark. Although we will come back into the flowers around that bend or over the rise right there. Alright, as I mentioned, we come over the rise and we come back into the flowers again, as you can see up ahead. Lake down below. It's a beautiful spot here. But definitely, if you want more flowers the entire time, I should have mentioned we did the loop counterclockwise, so we stayed to the right on the way uphill. But if you want to be in flowers the whole time, simply stay right going up and then come back the same way you went up. But coming back into them now, not far now, down to the car, back on the road. What a beautiful place to spend a couple of hours quick. Enjoying the views before we descend. You can see the cars down below. We were just talking about the flowers from those cars up to where we are on the slope here to the trail, and then following it all the way up to the top of the hill. There's no way to capture just how much volume there is here, so you'll have to come see it for yourself. It is not only on foot that people enjoy the trail as a mountain biker heads down the ravine. I'm guessing to avoid all of the hikers coming. Coming down to an end of a glorious wildflower hike. Alright, one final thought here before signing off. The sun can be very intense and make it feel hotter than it is, so planning ahead helps. You can drop down into Winthrop and grab an ice cream cone, or do like I did and plan to have an iced latte waiting. Specifically in this instance, coconut iced latte, although I'm missing my whipped cream. Thanks for joining us.